All right, now that we are out of the D23 event from last week and we see all the upcoming Disney Plus and Marvel releases that are set to be released as of right now, we can kind of get a clear representation of the direction that Marvel tends to go post multiverse saga. And what I find interesting that most people are not pointing out is how disconnected the future of the MCU is. We have projects that has a cohesive story being told within that world itself, like X-Men 97, as well as our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man that looks like it has no collaboration with the projects around them. We have a street level story being told by Daredevil, Wakanda history being told, and then somehow, some way, Avenger 5 is a focal point to everyone fighting a Robert Downey Jr. Doctor Doom. This video, we're going to break down what story is attached to what and what story is just a floater, so everybody kind of have an understanding on what the heck is happening. That's the biggest problem when it comes to the MCU. I mean, just look at this. This is all the releases of the Disney projects, including some, Pixar projects, but it's a slew of information to dive deep in. And this is just till March of 2025 next year. This is not the 2-3 year plan as of right now. But starting off, we have Ironheart that I made a video about. Y'all want to dive deep into what we learned from D23. This is clearly connected to Black Panther 2. It serves the main character Riri Williams leaving Wakanda, being pushed back into the college life. But this have very low stakes to having to watch for Avenger 5. Avenger 5 is not connected to this based off of everything that I learned from this project. This storyline is more connected to Agatha all along. It also could be connected to the Armor Wars project that was teased for years now, following the US involvement as well as international involvement of recreating the Iron Man suit within the world of the MCU, which is also connected to the Captain America Brave New World. Strictly only on the purpose of the US government is connected to Armor Wars, which is connected to Ironheart. I hope you following the path. Moving on to What If Season 3, that's still an Elseworld story. It's just kooky characters being in weird situations. It might have one character from Season 3 fall in line to the multiverse on Secret Wars or Doomsday, but it'd be so insignificant that if you don't watch that show, it's not the end of the world. Marvel Zombies is also another side story that is not connected. This is just the telling of the MCU universe that was overrun by a zombie virus, basically The Last of Us MCU version. And apparently it's mature audience rated, so you might see some crazy crap animated style. Wonder Man is still up in the air because how far in the future it is set in the actual world of the MCU, but when that series is set to be released, I think it's kind of towards the end of 2026 or early 2027. It's actually going to be shown. It's going to be the first project that the MCU is going to showcase as a Marvel spotlight, basically a condensed story about a significant character in the world it is set in. It's possible that this character is shown in Avengers, but again, it's more of a condensed story than an intricate part to understand for major films like the Fantastic Four First Steps or Avenger 5 Doomsday. We have an untitled Vision series that's also being set to release in 2026. This is kind of connected to Agatha All Along because Agatha All Along is connected to Doctor Strange 2 Multiverse of Madness, and I would bet that Doctor Strange will have some involvement in the Avenger Doomsday and Secret Wars. Something has to do with Dormammu universe or some crap that is like a magical backdoor. But again, you probably only need to know what happened in the season finale because it's very loose, condensed story about the life of one division and what the heck happened afterward. We have an untitled Nova series that is just starting pre-production, which is like getting the script together, getting the concept that is being told. This is more have to do with whenever we get Guardians of the Galaxy 4 and the Galactus side of the MCU, more space adventures than anything. This doesn't really have nothing to do with the involvements of what's happening on Earth some time ago. Lastly, we got X-Men 97 Season 2, which is a condensed small story of the main events of what happened to the X-Men in this world that was set up back in 1997. Also, I do believe that X-Men 97 is a precursor so the general audience understand some of the background of certain mutants. So when they do create a live action X-Men film, the audience kind of understand who is who and why they side with whoever they side with. But comment down below if this kind of ease your mind on the upcoming projects, as well as tell me how you feel about the disconnected MCU that we're about to venture into. I, for one, is pretty excited, but I always love your opinions. Thanks for clicking on this video. Make sure you subscribe. This is Low, and I see you in another video.
No! What are you waiting for? Do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!